手下げるの忘れた。
Emergency power only. Oxygen production offline. Power restored. All primary systems online.
Come on.
Warning, emergency power only. Oxygen production offline. Power restored. All primary systems online.
バッテリー入れ替えの時間だよ。見えね。充電終わってない。いきます。 わせる持っていくか一応ね。南東に向かっていく。ちょっとバカ野郎バカ野郎、あーやめて湧いたんだけどやめてよね、そういうの。この環境嫌いだ。めっちゃ汗かくな、やべえ。あっちもういきなりあっち。この環境視界悪くて嫌なんだよな。でもこの辺りに何かあるらしい。ですか。またリーパーか。リーパーのダメージ15なんだな。あんま痛くないな。予想より痛くなかった。リーパーいるんだな。あっちよ。なんかぶつかった。ここはもうエリアの端なのかな。なんもなさそう。この絶壁やばすぎ。
Warning, entering Ecological dead zone. Adding report to databank.
おい、なんで。うわー、出た。こいつめっちゃ強いやつだ。ゴーストや。ちょっと待って。ちょっと待って。今シャークのダメージもう一回食らいたくない。めっちゃ焦ったわ。ゴーストほんと強すぎる。はあ、やべえ、汗が汗がドバドバ出るな。デッドゾーンはこんなに危ないのか。リーパーはまだ可愛いな。リーパーのダメージ全然ないじゃん。初めて食らったけど。はい、ゴースト強え。痛いってば。マジゴースト勘弁。まだスキャンしてないんだよな、ゴースト。なんもないな。洞窟があるみたいな。これはてか、これとかスキャンできないよね。これステイシスライフルやんけ。やれやれだぜ。何来た？サンドシャックか。あ、この揺れ。声が怖い。この辺になんかないんすか？ないんすか？ ゴースト恐ろしい。ああ、この辺の環境は一回来たんだよな。ここデッドゾーンっすか。うわー、びっくりした。お、痛い。ごめんよ。なんもね。誰かいませんか。小石が欲しいんですよ。小石がどこ行けばあるんやろな。このか、いや、なんもないか。やべえ、この辺りゴーストおった。この辺りゴーストおったところや。帰りてよ。スキャナールームか。
Welcome aboard, Captain.
バッテリーも変えてよかったね今。パワーセルか。バッテリーではなく。なんもなかったな。ビビりすぎなんだけど。まだいけるか。このデータボックスずいぶんスレスレ泳いでんな。あ、これ見たな。あ、ここか。どこにあるんだ。オーロラはそこか。いや、マジわかんねえな。 ビビりすぎ問題か。オーロラ、やばすぎ。空飛んでないあいつ。竜かな。震度900読数、あっちの方向？あれそうやったっけ？ああ、このゲームマジ疲れる。疲れる。マジで疲れる。もうやめたくなってきたな。早くもやめたくなってきた。気のせいか。リーパーは怖くない。怖くないぞ。リーパーは怖くない。俺は怖がらないぞ。俺は怖くねえ。すごいスピード出てるね。リーパーは怖くないぞ。オッケー。リーパーは恐れるに足らない。この影不気味なんだけど。やばいって。このデッドゾーン行きたくねえ。なんかゴゴゴゴって音するし。あーマジでやばい。恐怖心が何かにぶつかった。やべえ。やべえ。このゴゴゴゴって音がね、ほんとやだなあ。めっちゃ噛まれる。サメ多すぎる。やめてやめて。うわっ。こいつらどこまでついていくんだよ。 ちゃついてくんな。タイミングが。やめて。痛い。まあ、袋小路に逃げ込んだのが失敗でした。違う。まあここの環境はサメしかいないからな。一番怖いのがサメだからな。あ、もうここ？あ、そう。なんも見つかんないんだけど。結局、何の収穫もない。ゲルサック。そういう話か。なるほどね、面白い。そういうことか。クレーター内。この辺り一体、巨大な火山のクレーター、火口の。へえ、そういうこと。なるほどな。なるほど、デッドゾーンは、まあ、実質マップの境界なんだな。そういうことでしたか。帰りて帰りてもう嫌やこのゲーム。どうしようっていうか、もう調べてもわかんねえっていうな。小石。いや、まあ深いところあそこにあんのかな。探索すれば見つかるかな。 くら。どうしよっか。どないしよ
Welcome aboard, Captain.
う。まずはピーパーを食べます。深いとこ行くか。つれつれよ。ちょい調べるか。 あそこにねオレンジタブレットあるってマジか。見落としてたか。はあ、行くか。どこ行こう。オレンジタブレットあるか。それなら欲しいんだけど、本当にあるのか。ガバ探索だった。ワーパー。BGM やめて。ここにオレンジがあるという噂。あったりなかったりするんかな。あったりなかったり。ワーパー頼むぞ。俺に触れるな、ワーパー。俺に触れてくれるな。あったー。見落としてたー。出方がわかんない。ありがてえ。これであそこか。あそこか。どうやって行くんだっけ。ここからは遠いか。 OK、これでひとまず先に進む。イカ光つけるとイカが面倒だよな。ああ、この先だ。この先にあったな、そういえば。ここか。あそこにオレンジタブレットあったか。そっか、前回行った時あれだったな、ワーパーに外に放り出されてちゃんと探索できてなかったな。重い重い重い重い重い重い重い重い重い重い重い。ガチャコン。
Integrating new PDA data.
こんなところか。こんだけ。うん。読みますかは設計図。なんか取ったっけ。これか。うん。この惑星では性列が単一しかないことを発見した。無性生殖を営んでいる。遺伝的に変異に焦点があったように思われる。ほーん。とりあえず水飲もうか。飲む必要ないか。取り出しておいて 次の場所行こう。重い重い重いってば。この先にゴーストの予定か。ゴーストの予定は怖くない。怖くないぞ。容体は大丈夫。ほら怖くない。やっぱこういうつながりか。なるほどね。こんなポンポン打つ必要ない。ポーン。お、これか。ここにニッケル鉱があるらしい。肉食おらんよな。なに BGM だね。 OK、 BGM ですよこれは。知ってた BGM って。枝はマジ？枝が包んでる。卵を包んでるよねこれ。むしろふん。あー、危ない危ない危ない。ソーリー。すまん。ニッケル鉱どこ？Give me ニッケル。900メートルだからな。あんま好きなようにうろうろできない。 スキャンしとらんかったか。ニッケルはもうちょい奥行かんとないかな。とりあえず奥行ってみるか。
Warning. Maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
分かってらい。ニッケルじゃなくね？あー、スキャナールーム欲しい。ゲルサックは大量にある。あち。またスキャナールームの素材持ってかなくちゃいけない？はっ、これはもしや。いや全然見つからん。おお、ニッケル取れました。オッケー。こういう何個必要かな。振動モジュールさえあればいい気がするんだけど。振動モジュールじゃないか。これに使うのか。いらないな、あんまり。うーん。って感じだな。まあ、作れるだけ作っておきたいけど。2個必要なんだな。 すごいスピード出てたね今。もうない？あるでしょ？まだあるでしょ？まあこんなところか。まあ十分だったな。帰ろ帰ろ終わろ疲れた。ここはバイタか。来た道帰った方が早かったか。どっちの方が早かったし結局帰ることになるしな。ほんとゴースト嫌い。ただいま。席データボックスあんじゃん。うわー入ってきた入ってきた入ってきた。 まあこれで一旦終わりますか。何やろかな。マジでこのゲーム疲れんな。モンハンか、いいなモンハン。何やろうか。何でしょう。えーっね、特にないか。うん、これと言ってないな。みんなモンハンやってんな。 みんな楽しみだったんだな。そこまで楽しみなら。いや、なんでもないわ。いやー、みんなもうやってんな。そんなやりたいなら PS4 やればいいのにな。そっかー、やらない人結構いたんだな。やりたくてもやらない人結構いたんやな。まあマウスキーボードやりたいって人もいるか。ま、いやー、俺は今んとこやるつもりはないな。えーっとなんかできるゲーム。ないか。おおなんだろう。お腹空いてきたかな。お腹空いたな。いや、それとも眠いか。うーんどうしよモンハンか。モンハンか。モンハンやるか。考える時間が長い。なんか長そう。何しよっかな。何しよう。 そうだな。そそうだな。持ってるゲームで、まあシャーロック・ホームズか。ホームズやるか。ホームズやるは悪くないな。ホームズ。俺モンハン PC 版持ってたらやるか。最初からやるか。やってもいいけどあんま乗り気じゃないな。それやるぐらいならベヒモスやるな。まず腹ごしらえするか。ちょっと食べ物見繕うか。夜食。夜食休憩。 ふう、オッケー。よし、あれするか。あれ、ホームズやるか。ミスター・ホームズ。違う、間違えた。コントローラー接続して、違うね。どうすんだっけ。こうして、こうして、あとは、これ。OK、あとは、スポーティファイ止めて。スポーティファイを止める。あと、画面切り替えて。ホームズ、合ってるよな。うん。これ、積んでて、これしばらく積んでて、話覚えてない。俺はどこにいればいい？ちょっと見てみないとわかんないか。見てみないとわかんない。これ音入ってるよな。
Where are you going, Holmes? Have you been invited somewhere?
We have been invited, Watson,
We have. Where to?
to the Baker Street Irregulars.
ちょっと。左下？右下？左下にしとくか。
Annual dinner. They sent us an invitation. It is on the table.
A dinner.
食事
How
会
could those street urchins afford anything like that? I can't understand your interest in them, Holmes. They're dirty. They wouldn't hesitate to steal your wallet. They...
Watson, you should be excited. It is a secret dinner. Its location changes every year. Read the menu. Sounds mouthwatering.
品書き？
All right. We, the secret police of Baker Street, invite you, Sherlock Holmes, and
Classic.
Dr. Watson to our annual dinner. Menu, entree,
冷えたネズミ
frozen
の頭の
rat
サ
head
ラダ。
salad. Is this a joke?
Not at all. Pray continue.
Main course, sow's udder in Danny Nutcracker's way. Ah, sounds disgusting, Holmes. Hedgehog goulash. Street turnips in homemade juice. And it goes on.
Ah, I can hear them on the stairs now.
Oh, we can't go there. We can't eat that.
Watson, you'll hurt the feelings of those poor children. We have to go.
日本語訳。
Oh, Mr. Holmes.
It is
日
fine,
本語訳と
Mrs.
いうか
Hudson.
語色。
Mr.
字幕
Holmes.
の語色。
Wiggins, Dr. Watson is getting ready. He will be delighted to join us. You don't look well, my young man. Is there something wrong? Don't tell me the dinner is cancelled.
Mr. Holmes is my brother Leighton. He's in a prison cell.
レイトン
They
が
say
捕まっ
he's
ちまっ
killed
た。
two men. You have to help us, Mr. Holmes, because I know he didn't do it.
Where is he now?
From what I've heard, they took him to the yard, and they
ヤード
gave
に
him
い
a
る。
good beating already.
圧
You
力
know
か
what
けら
they're
れてる。
like. They'll hang him.
もちろ
They
ん知っ
won't
て
look any further.
Holmes, we have to help him.
And forget about the dinner. Wiggins, I'll take the case.
You're fantastic, Mr. Holmes. I'll be waiting for you at the crime scene. You'll be there, right? It's on Half Moon Street in Whitechapel.
Very well.
オーケー。配信タイトルとか変えてなかったわ。変えます。タイトルは何にしようかな。シャーロック。クライムないぞ。クライムクライムパニッシュメント。クライムスタイトルは何にしようか。ミスタイプが。ほらい。犯行現場に来たよ。
Holmes, poor little Wiggins needs our help.
Locked.
Locked. こっちか。こっち向きでしたか。Locked. どこ？ここ？
Locked.
ここか。暗いんだけど。
Please,
Rose
gentlemen,
ですね。
leave the scene now. Oh,
ああ、
Mr. Holmes, is that you?
Good evening, Constable...
Constable Marrow.
マロちゃん
I
です。
was here with Inspector Aberline during the Ripper case, Mr. Holmes, back in '88. But then this is nothing like that case. With this one, we've got the murderer, the weapon, and the statements, which speak for themselves.
Of course, Mara. But you know that appearances can sometimes be deceiving.
そうだな。ちょっと待って。コード踏んでる。
Who
were the victims?
被害者
The
は
two
誰で
men
す
here,
か？
both shot. The
射
stab
殺されて
fellow
いる。
was Brian Vicotti, a well-known ruffian. The other,
有名な悪
Kenneth
党と
Butler,
宝
a
石商。
jeweler by trade.
You spoke of statements. You have witnesses?
目撃者がい
Well,
ます
I
か？
was there, so I gave my own statement. And then there were two other witnesses who said they saw the killer Chapman. Mr. Turner, a gentleman who lives in that flat over there. And Polly Powell, a flower seller, who was over at the far side of the street.
なるほど。
So,
あなたの証
Constable
言は
Marrow, I should be delighted to hear your
ぜ
testimony.
ひ聞きたい。
I was standing at the north side of Half
北側
Moon
に立ってい
Street.
ました。
That was the
あ
side
な
that
たが
you
来
came
た
from.
方。
But you would have been unable to observe this part of the street, where we are standing now.
That is correct.
そうだ
But
な。
I saw the two victims slowly enter Half Moon Street, and then shortly after, the fireworks started. A few minutes after that, the fellow Chapman rushed towards me and ran into Half Moon Street.
Please continue.
I didn't pay attention, but suddenly I heard a woman's cries and police whistles on the other side of Half Moon Street. I rushed over there and I saw the two dead bodies on the ground. When I reached Whitechapel Street, I saw Leighton Chapman. He'd been caught by 2 police constables.
銃声。
Did you hear the shots?
I didn't hear any shots. The fireworks were all over the sky. They were so loud I couldn't hear anything else.
あ、花火が本当にやってたんだ。
What were the fireworks in honor of, Constable?
Well, today's Queen Victoria's birthday, Mr. Holmes.
もちろん知ってた。
yes, I appear to have lost track of the days. It is May now,
も
of
ちろん知っ
course.
てた。その通りですよ。
Constable Marrow, what else caught your
知らないわけ
attention
ないじゃ
while
ない
you
です
were
か。
running through Half Moon Street?
I saw nothing but rats, and I took the time to light every corner with my lamp.
Did you happen to look up at Mr. Turner's window when you were on Half Moon Street at that time?
Yes, I saw that the window was open, but no one was there. It was dark in the room.
Constable, your statements have been of great value to me.
部屋が暗かった。誰もいない。
Mr. Holmes, I had no doubt about this case, but now that you are here,
こんにちは。
Good evening, Mr. Turner.
I heard Constable Marrow reply to you as Mr. Holmes. Are you that detective gentleman? I've heard of you. And well, I know things.
わしは知っとるんですよ、今晩のこと。
Excellent. Might we hear your story?
人物像。あ、見えない。私もクリミア戦争。なるほどね。ああ、ピッコを弾いている。ピッコを弾いているって聞いたことない。ちょっとググりますよ。あ、ミスった。あ、惜しい。ピッコを。一般的には差別用語とみなされている。マジか。ピッコって何のことだろうね。ピッコを弾くはいけないのか。由来がわからんな。ピッコってなんなの。ピッコ意味。語源か。はっきりはしていないのか。由来ははっきりしてない。一般には引くこと解釈されているという解釈がある。ビッコ 引くプラスこうか。そこからなまって、まあ、こに深い意味はない。引くプラスこで、まあ、こは動詞を名詞化する働き。こういう成り立ちだったら差別用語になるっていうのが不思議だけど、まあでも語感的に差別用語っぽさはなくはない。語感的にね。まあ、そんな考えてもしょうがないか。OK、再開しよう。どこでしょう。どっか怪我してる？なくね？ボタンが取れている。貧しい生活。
Could you tell us everything that you may have seen or heard?
I was already in bed when the fireworks started. A few moments after, I clearly heard 2 gunshots
だから
from
銃声がはっ
outside.
きり聞こえた。
Please continue.
I quickly got up and I grabbed the lamp from my nightstand
窓の方に向
and
か
I
っ
rushed
た。
towards the window. I looked down and I saw 2 bodies. And there was a man with a gun who was standing nearby.
Where exactly?
Well, near this body.
Did he notice you?
I don't think so. He rushed towards Whitechapel Street without looking
周りを
around.
見んと。だ方言入ってんだけど。
Mr. Turner, did you see anyone else in the street?
No, I saw no one but that man, the murderer, the fellow they caught.
Were the 2 shots you heard consecutive?
Yes, there was a very short pause between them, and they sounded different
音が
somehow.
違っとった気が
It
する。
seemed to me that the second shot was louder than the first.
That is an interesting comment.
なるほど。
Mr. Turner, what were your actions after you stepped up to the window?
I was afraid that the man with a gun might return, so I stayed close to the window till I saw the policeman coming in the half moon from Whitechapel. Then I walked out to tell them everything I saw.
You have helped us a great deal,
なんかお
Mr.
かしい
Turner.
よな。なんかおかしい。食い違ってるよな、意見が。これもうこれ最後の事件じゃない？なんでこった？もう終わってしまうのか。まあまあまあまあ。まだ何もピンときてないからね。ウィーゲンズ。
Mr. Holmes, did you see my brother at
あ、そっ
Scotland
か
Yard?
この
Is he alright?
お兄さんにも会わないとね。
Mrs. Powell?
What do you want?
My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm assisting the police with their investigation of the crime that took place this evening.
Well, I've already gave my testimony, but very well.
あれ、人物像ないのか。
Could you tell us everything that you may have seen or heard?
Yes, yes. I was selling my flowers as usual, and then the
いつも通り花
fireworks
を売ってい
began
ました。
in honour of Queen Victoria.
花火が始まった。
I enjoyed those. But then, all of a sudden, a young lad ran out of Half Moon Street and stopped just by me. He had a gun in his hand. He was like a ghost, and all covered in blood. It was dark, but I could see him because of the flashes from the fireworks.
And then?
I screamed as loud as I could. I knew that a policeman should be on duty in the vicinity. He had no time to escape. 2 constables got him. Then another constable came out from the very same street, and I heard him talking of a horrible murder.
銃声は
Mrs. Powell, did you hear the gunshots?
I'm not sure. You know, what with the
なるほ
fireworks?
ど。花火が上がってて聞こえなかった。
Did you see anyone else leaving Half Moon Street prior to or at the time of the crime?
No, sir, I did not. Even with all the fireworks, I was very attentive, as I'm always on the lookout for customers.
My thanks to you, Mrs. Powell.
今のところお兄さんやね、犯人は。覆すようなものは何もないな。
This mirror is turned towards Half Moon Street.
何これ関係あんの？何か関係ありそうやね。
Mr. Holmes, whatever brings you here so late at night?
I'm interested in the case of young Leighton Chapman. He was arrested earlier this evening and accused of a double murder.
I beg your pardon? That case is quite clear to the police. Or are there any new facts that we don't know about?
Who knows, Inspector?
Look, you are free to investigate, of course, Mr. Holmes. Chapman was arrested with a revolver in his possession, which you can find in the evidence room. The suspect himself is in custody.
Did you find anything else on his person?
A few personal belongings. Nothing particular, Mr. Holmes.
Thank you, Lestrade.
Mr. Holmes, what is the trouble with that lad?
ダメなのですかっていうの語弊がある気がするけど。まあ所持品からね。
A cheap watch, bought with his own money, no doubt.
間違いない。
These cigarettes are filled with cheap tobacco. Nothing interesting. So this is the gun that Leighton was holding when he was caught by the police. It is a Webley revolver, a reliable weapon.
悪くないね。
It seems as though the shells were not removed from the cylinder.
これ
It seems as though the shells were not removed from the cylinder.
2発撃ってるな。
2 out of the 6 shells have been fired. There were 2 shots.
確かに2ショット。
Please escort this suspect for interrogation. Good evening, Mr. Chapman.
Who are you? I've got nothing to say. It's all a mistake.
Calm down, Leighton. I have come here to help you. To find out if you truly are innocent, as your younger brother Wiggins has told me.
My brother. You know him? Then that means you're...
Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, blimey. All right, Mr. Holmes. I'll tell you everything.
路上育ちね。うん。
Good. Tell me your account of what happened.
I left my work, and I hurried up to see the fireworks in Whitechapel. I was late, so I decided to cut through Half Moon Street. I saw the first fireworks light up in the sky. I bumped into a constable on a corner before entering Half Moon. Then suddenly, what with all the firework flare, I saw two men. They were both lying flat in the middle of the street. I stopped where I was. I thought about turning back to the police, but as I was thinking of that, I saw a third person. He was leaning over the body that was furthest from me. The second I saw him, he raised his head, and he stared at me. In a flash, I saw his gun, but he made a dash for it instead, and he escaped through Whitechapel Street.
So you might still have had time to return to the constable.
I panicked. I didn't know what to do. Anyway, I approached the bodies just to see if they were still alive. I saw that one had blood pumping out of his stomach. He was dying. It was horrible. The second one was already dead. He had a hole in his head. He was holding a gun in his hand, though. I took it, and then I followed the third man.
めちゃくちゃな行動してるな。なるほどね。3人目の男が、まあ、2人を殺害して、その銃を握らせたんやろね、死体に。
Interesting. Pray, continue.
I turned a corner, and I saw the man standing in the middle of the street. He seemed to be in some sort of panic. And then, Mr. Holmes, something strange happened. I told the police and they laughed at what I said, but I swear to you, my words are true. I started running towards him. But then I was blinded by a flash. It was so bright that I hardly saw anything for a good dozen seconds. But I kept running forward. As I arrived in Whitechapel, I heard a woman screaming. And then I was caught by the police. But there wasn't a trace of that man. Of course, then they found a gun and all that blood. I couldn't see the murderer escaping and all that mess. Perhaps I was still half-blinded at that moment.
A thrilling account, my young man. Leighton, are you able to describe the person whom you saw standing in Half Moon Street?
Well, I wasn't able to see his face at all. It was too dark, and he was too far away. I could see his silhouette.
And what about that?
Nothing so special. He was wearing a jacket. He was quite average in size and his weight.
I see. Was there anything else that struck you at the time?
No. But perhaps it's strange, but I can't remember the sound of his footsteps as he was running away. Perhaps it was because of the fireworks or the surprise of me seeing him.
We shall see you soon, young man.
うやって開くんだっけ。犯行現場を調べてないわ、そういえば。おろそかや、ガバガバだ、ガバガバ。話しか聞いてねえ。すっかり忘れてる、やり方。よくわかんないな。まあ、鏡は関係してそうでな。なんかフラッシュ、目がくらんだっていうのは鏡の話っぽいよな。
What's up with you, lad? What are you waiting for?
I'm waiting for my brother to be released.
Your brother?
The one that you caught, beat up and imprisoned.
Ah, the murderer.
He ain't killed no one, copper.
Watch your mouth, lad, else you'll be joining that worthless brother of yours.
He tried to stop the bleeding with his hand. Death was not instant. The bullet penetrated his stomach, a dreadful wound. A tattoo from Westgate Prison. Vercotti must have done some time there. Brian Vercotti and Leighton Chapman both have identical Westgate Prison tattoos. They were most likely
そんな気が
acquainted.
するね。
Brian Vercotti suffered greatly. What a terrible way to die. A fairly long pole with a forked end. The bullet struck his head. This man didn't stand a chance.
即死やね。鍵
This is an ordinary key. I wonder what kind of door it opens. A piece of wood that has stuck between the cobblestones. Let us take a closer look.
ほう。かけてるね。
This shard of wood is quite new.
I'll do anything to save my brother, Mr. Holmes.
It would be my pleasure to assist you with your investigation, Mr. Holmes.
I'm so glad that the murder...
そうだな。話を聞こうか。面識があったかどうか。
Please. Leighton, I confess I am puzzled. Why should a young lad like you take a gun from the hands of a dead man and set off in pursuit of a probable killer?
I know. Keep wondering that, but at the time it was like a reflex. A criminal ought to be arrested, and he was armed.
You were willing to risk your life. That was a little foolish, unless you wanted revenge.
No, Mr. Holmes. I was just being brave and stupid.
I'm sure that you were, but I believe that you may have recognized one of the victims, Brian Vercotti. You knew that gentleman well, did you not?
However could you know that?
You have a typical tattoo of the Westgate Brotherhood upon your hand. I observed exactly the same mark upon Mr. Vercotti. You came to know him from your sharing a past prison sentence. Am I correct, Mr. Chapman?
God. You're right, Mr. Holmes.
Would you tell me a little about Brian Vercotti?
We were convicted for a robbery.
強盗。
Once in prison, both of us joined one of these fraternities. During that year, we tried to help each other out, you know?
You were quite young then, I believe.
Yes, Mr. Holmes, we were. We'd only stolen a pound of meat. After we were released and when I saw what my little brother had become, I decided to work towards living an honest life.
And Vercotti?
He had a hard time. His sister had died in a Whitechapel dispensary while he was in prison. He had no family anymore. Our paths split. He fell back into crime.
So you lost him?
Yes.
しゃあねえな。
And for around 2 years, I heard no news of him at all.
We shall see you soon, young man.
「何がつながる？異なる銃声、回転式拳銃。あり得る。これでしょう。それはないと思うな。それはないと思うな。どうやってやるのこれ。遺体を調べ再現してる。遺体を調べる。
Why are you looking at me all the time like that?
I'm just watching you, lad. I never know what to expect from people like you.
People like me?
Yes, street beggars and thieves.
I ain't a thief.
Oh no? Then where did you get whatever it is that you're gnawing on? I very much doubt that you bought it.
What ain't seen can't hardly be stolen.
「正直わからん」
am unable to see any higher. I need to find something to lift my lamp.
でさっきの棒を使うんか。
This should be useful. This is most definitely a bullet hole. The brick cracks are fresh. Watson, there was a third shot fired in this street.
ほう。わかんねえ。そう、これ食い違ってるんだよね。アパートで調べる。
Mr. Turner, you have stated that you remained close by your window after the crime. Is that correct?
Oh, yes, Mr. Holmes. I stayed at my window until the policeman arrived to examine the dead bodies.
That is very interesting, Mr. Turner. Constable Marrow stated that he did not see anyone at the window when he was running through Half Moon Street.
Well, I think Constable Marrow and me, we might have been distracted by the whistles and shouts coming from Whitechapel. We could have missed each other somehow. You understand what I mean? It was a bit of a stressful moment, to tell you the truth, sir.
Allow me to form my own theories, Mr. Turner. Would you mind showing me the view that you had from your window?
Not at all, Mr. Holmes. Please, follow me.
Mr. Turner appears to live very modestly. This kitchen knife is quite sharp. There are pieces of shredded paper scattered over the table. His kitchen knife was used to cut the paper.
ターナーさん怪しくなってきたな。寝室を失礼。
Mr. Turner was roused from his bed by the sound of gunshots. The books on this shelf are in a mess. It looks as though Mr. Turner was trying to find something in a hurry here a short while ago. This walking stick is broken. It was placed here quite recently. A perfect match. So, Mr. Turner broke his stick when it became stuck between the cobblestones. He did not mention that he was so near to the victims. This fire is dying out. It was last tended to over an hour ago.
なんか燃やしたな、もしかして。
The papers are almost entirely burned. I am unable to see what's written here. These words are illegible. The papers were thrown into the fire just a short while ago.
Anything else you would like to know, Mr. Holmes?
捜査に協力してくださいよ。
So, that's the view Mr. Turner had when he opened the window.
これは確かにショッキングだな。
The dead body of Kenneth Butler. Brian Vercotti's contorted corpse. Mr. Turner had a perfect view of the crime scene. He saw the bodies clearly, and Leighton Chapman standing over them.
起きる。窓を開ける。何かを取る。まあ紙だよね、多分取ったのって。
So Mr. Turner used a book to hide an object that he found on Kenneth Butler's body. The question is, what did he find? I can see prints from greasy fingers upon the cover of this book. Let us take a closer look. Well now, what a find! A precious jewel, concealed inside a book. A bracelet with a unique ram's head design, a distinctive feature of ancient Grecian artifacts, probably of the Hellenistic era.
いいデザインですね。これを取ったのか。紙っていうのは何だったん いうことか。本の一部をね。
Mr. Turner, how would it be possible for a man of advanced years, such as yourself, to rush from his bed to the window in a matter of seconds, as you have stated?
Well, I'm able to move very quickly despite my age. And when the situation requires it, Mr. Holmes.
びっこ。
I highly doubt that, Mr. Turner. I observe that you suffer a severe limp due to your injured right leg. It would have taken at least 10 seconds for you to approach the window. That means you could have easily missed something or someone in Half Moon Street during that time.
You're right, Mr. Holmes. I could have missed something. But it did seem to me that everything happened so quickly. Oh, time can pull tricks on you.
And what of everything else that you told us? Mr. Turner, it is vital that we have your complete and true statement.
Mr. Holmes, I do assure you that the other things I said were most sincere.
Mr. Turner, you were not sincere with me. Not then and not now.
But Mr. Holmes...
This, Mr. Turner, does not look like anything that a poor man might possess. It is worth more than the home that you live in.
I can explain.
No, merely correct me if I am wrong. You saw Leighton Chapman through the window, but you also noticed a glittering object on the ground, this precious jewel. You walked down and took the bracelet from the body of Kenneth Butler, and when you heard the whistles, you hurried away. That broke your walking stick. It caught fast between the cobbles. Constable Marrow was unable to see you in the window, as you were climbing up the stairs on your way back to your flat. Upon returning home, you hid the precious jewel inside a book.
Mr. Holmes, please don't send me to prison. I didn't do anything bad. I'm just a poor man. When I chanced upon the bracelet, I saw it as an opportunity to make a little money. I was desperate. I only took the bracelet, that's all, I swear.
You made a mistake by lying to me. But you are not a criminal. I believe that. Although I must return this bracelet to its rightful owner.
I wish this crime had never happened, Mr. Holmes.
なるほど、腕飾りで話が広がるのか。そういうことを。
That is not the one I need. That is not the one. That is not the one.
あれ、どれだ。これか。骨董宝飾品。大津の羊の頭が描かれている。純金製。マジか、これ金なのか。
Here it is.
Here it is.
I need to continue my research in my archives.
え、手紙来てるじゃん。ああ、植物の話か。やったわ、やったやった。盗まれた。はあはあはあ。
Here it is. One of the victims, Kenneth Butler, was involved in the story of the stolen Hellenistic treasures. A visit to his pawn shop should tell me more.
バトラー。バトラーは宝石商の方だね。ここですか。どこかわかんないんだけど。ああ、ここでね。
The door is locked, but I won't try to pick. Mr. Butler's key matches the lock. Crampons and a sharp ice axe would only be brought here by a mountaineer.
登山者。
A flare pistol. Perhaps it was pawned by a destitute sailor.
ないな。お、羊や。
The ram's heads. This necklace belongs to the 5 rams of Mittelin collection. Interesting. That means that Kenneth Butler owned a part of this collection all this time, 10 years after the theft.
ヤーケネス。うんうん。
It looks as though Mr. Butler kept a careful record of his operations.
ありがとうございます。あれ見ないのか。記録見ないのか。整理しましょう。 どうだろうね。あ、ミスった。あ、こっちか。絶対こっちだな。互いに発砲した。一応紛失している。これでしょう。で、違う。そうではない。と、それそれ。宝を盗み取ることが犯罪の動機かもしれない。腕飾りを盗んだが指輪は見つからなかった。確かに。
Wiggins, my lad, what are you doing here? You'd best be leaving and be quick about it.
I've done nothing wrong. You'd learn more by watching Mr. Holmes. He knows exactly what he's doing. Not like you.
Oi, watch your tongue.
おい、watch your tongue。あれ、再現はどうすればいいの？話して犯行が起きた時間に、なるほど。
Constable Marrow, I would value your assistance in this investigation.
It would be my pleasure, Mr. Holmes.
I would like to make sure that there are no places in Half Moon Street where a man could hide while you were running through it with your lamp.
All right, Mr. Holmes, what should I do?
Take your lamp and start walking, just as you did before, and try to find me.
Understood.
ステルスギが始まったぞ。黒。
I can see you very well, Mr. Holmes.
All right, Constable. Let's try again. I'll find another place to hide.
Here you are, Mr. Holmes.
All right, Constable. Let's try again. I'll find another place to hide.
ホームズとかくれんぼしてる。ここも悪くないと思うけどね。これは難しそうだな。むむ。
Mr. Holmes, it wasn't difficult to find you at all.
It is obvious now. No one could escape Constable Marrow's lamp
なるほど。
while hiding in the street.
隠れられないことが分かった。はいはい。そのための新講習。はあ、なるほどね。面白いなこのゲーム。
This is exactly what we need in order to imitate the flash of the fireworks. These tools are exactly what I need to climb the wall.
でもこんな器具を持っていたかっていう。持っていってたのか本当に。罪罰読んでる。
Look here, lad. You'd better go home and start thinking about what a fine pickle your brother's landed himself in.
Ha! But he'll be free tonight, 'cause he's innocent.
Don't be daft, lad. It's a closed case.
Constable Marrow, Watson, I would like to perform another kind of reenactment with your help.
I'm listening, Mr. Holmes.
I want to check if Leighton's testimony can be trusted. If someone could vanish into thin air at a specific moment.
But Holmes, I don't see how.
I am going to be the mysterious gentleman whom Leighton followed. I will stand exactly where he saw him before he was blinded by the flash. Watson, you will be Leighton. When I fire the signal flare, you should start to chase me.
I understand, Holmes.
You, Constable Marrow, just play your part and do exactly as you did. Just, please, wait 5 seconds after the signal flare. I doubt that Polly Powell would have screamed any earlier.
As you say, Mr. Holmes.
Let us begin then. Catch me if you can. The moon illuminates this wall, Anyone trying to climb it would be easily spotted by Constable Marrow. This wall is cast in shadow. It would be difficult to see anyone scaling it.
I can barely see anything. Holmes? Are you there?
I should try climbing fast.
すいません。
I can barely see anything. Holmes? Are you there? Where is he? My God, a man can't just disappear like that. Holmes? Holmes? Where are you?
I cannot see you, Mr. Holmes. Dr. Watson, it seems that Mr. Holmes has disappeared.
Don't worry, gentlemen, I am up here, above your heads.
How on earth did you get up there, Holmes?
I am using crampons and a climbing axe, although the person we are looking for did not leave any traces of such tools. Constable, is there any way to get to the top of this building?
Yes, Mr. Holmes, I can show you. The door to the building can be found from Whitechapel Street.
Gentlemen, I am on my way down.
失礼しますよ。
These sharp... Someone broke through the window to get inside the attic, but in his haste he ripped his jacket. It's empty.
It's empty.
A cluster of thick black threads. They're unusually strong. I should examine them under the microscope. We can conclude that the person whom Leighton saw climbed up the wall, broke into the attic window, and
そ
escaped
こから
through
通
the
り出た。
hatch.
そうだな。私もそう思う。
Let us take a closer look. It is not a thread, but a hair. I very much doubt that it is human. I need to compare this sample with a human hair and a horse hair. A shaving brush is usually made from horsehair. Watson, could you please pass me your shaving brush?
Here you are.
Watson, look, what's outside the window?
Well, I don't see anything. Ouch! Holmes!
Oh, don't make such a fuss. One little hair. human hair is significantly thinner than the black sample. The horse hair is thinner than the hair that we found. So, this black hair belongs to an animal and it is larger than a horse. A hair from a large and exotic animal.
サーカスなるほど。サーカス隊員じゃないとできないか。やってなくじゃないとっていうのはゼロ。サーカス団員以外というの可能性はゼロではないよな。Begins 何回言うんだよこれ。
Mr. Constable, why did you become a constable?
Why? Because I wanted to serve Her Majesty, that's why.
And what about serving the people like us?
What? Your sort are the plague of London. Be quiet now. It would be...
Begins. Okay.
Mr. Holmes?
We have good news for you, Wiggins. The investigation has proven very interesting so far. We found facts and details that confirm your brother's innocence.
I knew it, Mr. Holmes.
But for now, Wiggins, we need your help.
Anything you like, Gov.
I need you to locate a circus that has stopped over in London. It needs to have disposed of at least one exotic animal. A very large one.
You can count on me, Mr. Holmes.
コートについてたんか。毛がね。コートが毛でできてんのかと思ったわ。暗くてよく見えんから。そういうことやったか。
I do hope that those children don't get into trouble, Holmes.
Don't worry, Watson. I predict some news in 7 seconds.
Mr. Holmes, we found it. Here it
7
is.
秒より短かった気がするな。まあええわ。まあ象だよな。そんな気はしてました。
And this is a young Indian elephant, the highlight of the show. Duval Brothers, a well-known travelling circus that has currently stopped in London. I believe that is exactly the type of circus we are looking for.
毛の塊になってつくかな、服に。象の毛の塊がつくか。本当につくのか。いきます。
Hey, you! Stop right there.
Good morning, sir. Pardon me, but why am I not allowed to walk around here?
Because it's private.
Well, I only wanted to meet the artistes.
Hmm? You're wanting to apply for... Nah. You don't look like the type of, artistic lockpicker that we're looking for.
You might be surprised.
What? There. I don't think so. Clear off. You're a bit slow to catch on, eh? Get lost.
変装するしかねえ。耳がかゆい。ここでね、望遠鏡見ますか。なるほどね。なるほど。化粧か。ショーをやりそうな変装ってどういうのがお望みですか。顔の毛みすぼらしい服、それに帽子があればいいだろう。みすぼらしい服か。あんまりないけど。これ着れる？これロックかかってるよね。じゃあ山賊の衣装。みすぼらしい服、普段着、みすぼらしい服、みすぼらしい服薄手だとみすぼらしい、そんなことないか。わかんねえ。まあ、行ってみるか。
I highly doubt that a lockpicker would wear.
錠前破り？ちょっと待ってよ。山賊？これかな？いいんじゃないこれで。
Spectacles are unpopular among thugs. I don't want to arouse suspicion.
あんたメガネはかけちゃダメ。
I'd better wear a shabby.
ああいう帽子はヨレヨレの方がいい。ダメダメじゃないですか。まあ9これかな。
I'd better.
ヨレヨレか。ヨレヨレ？どれがヨレヨレ？ヨレヨレってドリディスクは
Stay where you are. What are you doing here, and where is Sherlock Holmes?
Calm down, Watson. Take deep breaths now. It's me.
そんなに
God,
そ
Holmes.
んなにわか
I
んない
can't
ほど
get
変わっ
used
て
to
ない
your
気がするけど
disguises.
Thank you, Watson. That means I am ready to go.
Holmes, I won't be able to join you. I promised to visit a patient today.
It's all right, Watson. I think that I can handle this alone. Hello, Toby. All you need now is a shawl.
行きます。
Who are you? What's your name?
My name is Nigel. I'm here to open the locks.
Talented, eh? Let's see. Go inside the marquee and show yourself to Charles Foley.
チャール
And
ズ・
I'd
フォー
highly
リーか。
advise you not to trick him. Got that?
I've got it.
Charles Foley is inside.
Hello, チャールズ・フォーリー。
So, everything is here, just as you asked. And what about the money? Some of the barrels are wet. Transportation issues, it couldn't be helped. Whatever. We'll be here after midnight to pick up the supplies. I want to be paid first. No. You'll be paid after we make the transfer, as I said. Right? I hope that no one saw you. The police are on the lookout. Of course not. I'm a professional. Glad to hear it. Be ready for tonight, then.
こんにちは。こんにちは。え。たる。たる。
This wooden barrel is damaged. It is difficult to say what is inside. There is a spot on this barrel that was intentionally painted out. The crest of the Honourable Artillery Company.
火薬。
Could it be gunpowder? I need to be sure. This wooden...
これ撃っていいの？
Judging by the fractions and the scent, I can confirm that it is, in fact, gunpowder. The barrels are roughly clustered. It seems as though they were brought here in a hurry. That's a picture of a contemporary gentleman wearing a Robin Hood hat. Interesting. From lambs into lions. Those are words of encouragement and defiance. This poster was clearly made to fire up rebellion amongst the people. There are enough posters to paste across half of London's walls. This printing press is old, but still quite capable of printing hundreds of pages per day. Powder kegs, a printing press, and a great many
メ
blank
リーナが
papers.
盗んだもの。
All of this was stolen by the Merry Men quite recently. And these poster samples. I am quite sure it is not a coincidence. The Merry Men are planning some sort of sabotage.
なるほど。
Stop right here. Who are you?
Are you Charles Foley?
Maybe.
They say that I can open any door.
Do they now? We'll see that lock near the chains on the table over there. Open that.
チャールズ・フォーリーらしいなこいつは。持ってるじゃないですか。イージーですよ。これか。開けたぞ。
I need to find out what's behind. I need.
これどうやって調べるの？錠を開けたんだけど、錠を開けたけど何の反応もないけど。 OK。
Ah. Well, they're right. What's your name?
Nigel Shirley from York.
Ah, Nigel from York. Never heard anything about you. How'd you hear about me?
Ah. これなんで知ったんだっけ。そもそもなんで知ったんだっけ。何が安全だ。新聞で知ったんだな、ナイジェル・フォーリー。あ、これかな。違う。あー、
Nigel from York. Never heard anything about you. How'd you hear about me?
It's a long story. I met your brother, Vincent the Butcher Foley, in prison. He told me all about his betrayal and all about you. Before I was released, he told me that you might find a job for me one day and pay me some money for me craft.
Well, he died 7 days ago in prison.
I'm sorry to hear that.
That's all right. The traitor has paid the blood price for it. And you'll do the job anyway, because I need a talented lockpicker. I know just where to search for his legacy.
It's all about the Hellenistic treasures, isn't it?
Osh, you fool. Now, listen up. You'll come with us tonight, and you better mind yourself.
Us? Wait, who's coming then?
Billy, Jack and me.
And what will I get for that?
We'll share the loot. The one you seem to know about.
Right.
Wait for us at the abandoned manor house on the corner of Ladbroke Grove and Kensington Park Road at midnight.
Deal.
行きます。 ままどうするんだ？潜入するのはいいけどさ。
Here I am at the manor. Somewhere inside it are the Hellenistic treasures. This lock is quite old. It shouldn't be much of a challenge.
あれあれ、ああ、これ動かせんのか。なるほど、こういうことか。
I need to find where the safe is hidden and lockpick it. This cupboard is an... This cup... Several... It seems as though this cup... So,
早速見つけた。
that's the lock I must open tonight. Let me see. What a surprise! Another lock. I recall that precious key around Foley's neck. It might prove a decent fit. I suppose they hired me to only open the first lock. Let us wait for the thieves, trap them, and find out. Let us check the thieves' possible escape routes in the event that they are caught off guard by the police from the front door. The ground floor window is a perfect way to escape the police. This hatch leads to a cellar. This door is a perfect means of escape in an emergency. This door leads to a kitchen, which holds the shortest route to the back door. This should be useful. A solid rope. The door is now blocked. The door is... I wonder what this old chandelier is doing on the floor. It looks as though it was poorly attached. I suppose that the thieves already tried to open the lock with this formidable hammer, but they were unsuccessful. Oh, that's a lovely old carpet. Although this window is high above the ground, it would be possible for one of the thieves to attempt to use it for their escape. This should be useful. One step on these beads, and our thief will go flying. I should walk carefully here, else my plan will be ruined.
Booby trap.
The thieves won't attempt to escape. What a surprise! The door...
なんだ。
This works very well. There is no ladder. If anyone falls here, he will need assistance to get out. This should...
いただきます。よいしょ。
If anyone takes the hammer, the rope will uncoil and make the chandelier fall.
なるほどね。
This should...
ブービートラップの罠屋敷だ。
Now, it's not an open hatch, just a nice carpet on the floor. I should walk carefully here, else my plan will be ruined. Any thief who finds his way upstairs will roll down very quickly. If he runs through the dining room and takes a sledgehammer to force open the door, the chandelier will knock him down.
死にそうなんだけど。
Now, if a thief runs through the kitchen, he'll pay a surprise visit to the cellar. The traps for my circus companions are all prepared. I can leave now, but I'll return later with Charles Foley and his companions.
Police! Police!
Stop where you are!
Where are they?
Trapped, Watson, with your assistance.
How so?
Oh, you sounded just like a real Bobby, my dear fellow. You startled them into the traps.
I did?
I assure you, Watson, it was quite an entertaining show. They will not escape the house now.
You scum!
And this is the pistol used for the murder in Half Moon Street.
How'd you know about that?
Have you closed the case
Yes,
yet,
sir.
Sherlock?
Mycroft, what are you doing here? Did you follow me?
Sherlock, it may seem that I used you, but you should be pleased to know that you have served our queen well, in this instance. So now, let us catch the big fish. But this man is not one of the merry men.
No.
Then why exactly are we here, Sherlock?
This gentleman, Charles Foley, has been involved in a double murder, and the hunter of a set of valuable antiques, the Hellenistic treasures, which disappeared in a theft many years ago.
You're no better than the coppers.
そらそうよ。
Holmes, that is incredible. The Hellenistic treasures.
Indeed.
Nothing but trifles. Where are the merry men?
I don't know why you are asking me, Mycroft. They are yours to find.
I'll see you soon, dear brother.
What a beautiful...
Don't move, you flim-flammer.
The trap with the chandelier.
Holmes, I had no doubt that you would
What a beautiful... One of Foley's companions. He is unconscious. One of Foley's companions. He is unconscious.
GG。これは GG。有罪でしょ。死刑。うん。悪いな。
Charles Foley, you committed the crime of premeditated murder and of theft. You will be severely punished for your deeds.
You are pitiful. You Scotland Yard dog.
Save your words for the gallows. I'm sure the journalists will love them. I shall leave now, Watson. Gentlemen, please take our friends here into custody.
Where are you going?
I have unfinished business. I'll see you at Baker Street.
Be careful with the lamps. Don't bring them too close to the barrels.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Who's there?
That is of no importance. What matters is who you are and the plans that you have here.
So you can stop us from carrying them out?
Eventually, yes.
Hey, careful. You'll blow us all up.
I'm listening.
We are a group known as the Merry Men. But I suppose you knew that already. We are the men who've already lost everything of value in their lives. We are ruined shopkeepers. We are workers who were fired from their jobs. Honest people who were robbed. We were forced out from our homes and thrown onto the street. And all of this in the name of the so-called law. The laws that were set out by our government. The laws that make the commoners only more vulnerable and the wealthy more protected. We are not only from the British Empire. Some of us are from the New Lands, America, Australia, and we are many. But men we are still, and we are merry for that we stopped being afraid. For those powers that be had done their best to plant the fear inside our souls, and we accepted it so easily. The fear advised us to keep our heads bowed. It prevented us from fighting. Bankers and politicians, they own our lives, our work, our bread, and they push us to compete between each other, just to see who may serve them better. But in the end, they are the few, so they are weak. They are nothing without their titles. We should not fear them. Our so-called masters should fear us instead. The time has come for our group to stand tall. Our great and many, merry men. We are going to blow up the London Stock Exchange. No life shall be lost. But ownerships, debts, and property titles? They shall all be destroyed. They're only papers, after all. So many people will be freed over this night.
That is a radical step to take. What result do you truly expect?
Chaos. But soon people will understand that they are free, and that they don't belong to anyone.
それはないだろう
They will be able to work for themselves, together, without letting the rulers dictate what to do, and finally justice will arise.
What you are intending to do is a crime. It is not justice.
How do you see justice then? Kids go to prison for a loaf of dry bread. And how many lords do you see punished for stealing from their people? Sending them to their deaths in mines or overseas to fight for land? Our masters wouldn't hear us. So now it's time to sing the song of the merry men. Will you let us do our duty?
When people fight the
させませんが。
order, they are too blind to see the consequences that throw society into chaos. I shall stop your actions, but not you. Run. Now!
「メリーダン捕まえる気はなかったのかホームズ」それとも他に選択肢あった
So, you're interested in Russian literature now?
Quite, lately.
It is an interesting book. I remember a few lines.
Really? I tried reading it myself, but I had a hard time understanding it.
Yes, Doctor. It's about intelligence. Sherlock, I vaguely recall one of the lines. Sometimes it takes something more than intelligence to act intelligently. There were also a few words along the lines of pain and suffering are always inevitable for a large intelligence and a deep heart. Tell me, Doctor, does my brother show any signs of pain or suffering?
Not that I know of.
Because you see, Doctor, behind all of his masquerade, my brother does possess a deep heart. So deep that he does not recall where he places his love.
Well, I'm sure that...
His love and his duty that, in the first place, should be directed towards the Empire. For without it, we would be nothing. A country filled with uncivilized men.
And the Empire needs order and discipline. It has no room for chaos.
People who commit crimes, or at the very least intend them, deserve punishment, Sherlock. Without justice, there can be no civilization.
But we serve the truth, not justice.
Your truth, Doctor, that may prove immoral. Allowing people to terrorize London, destabilizing the whole empire.
Terrorize only the powers whom you serve, Mycroft. Not I, not Watson, not Mrs. Hudson, not Wiggins.
Sherlock, the merry men are to be stopped.
Not by me. You created the merry men. Stop them yourself.
なるほどね。
Only make sure that you don't create 10 more merry men by arresting the one.
Good night, Dr. Watson.
なるほど。
Anything in the post, Watson? Any clients worthy of our attention?
Only a second reminder from Mrs. Hudson about our new neighbour. She urges you to remove your...
Oh, I don't care about that.
Holmes, the lady who will be moving in shortly has requested the use of our spare room to place all of her boxes.
Wait. What? A lady?
受け入れる。まあそうだよな。あ、え。飛ばしちゃった。はあ、終わった終わった。さよなら。
派手な学部。さよなら。